Good morning, Burns Latino Studies Academy. You're watching Burns Live, your window to what's happening in your school, the community, and the world. Tune in here Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings at 8:35 to hear the daily announcements. Find out what's happening with the weather and what is for lunch today. I'm Rose.
And I'm Linda, along with Octavian with sports and Judge with the weather. Together we are your Burns Live morning team. Our morning show is streamed live over YouTube. Your parents and relatives can find us by searching for Burns Latino Studies Academy, Burns Live on YouTube. Remind them to subscribe to our show. In the near future, you will also be able to see portions of our show on CPTV. We also just got some really awesome news. We are going to be featured on the Hartford Public School website.
Today is Friday, October 19, 2018, middle school. Today is a B day. Follow your B day schedule.
Today's lunch menu is curry chicken, seasoned brown rice, peas, whole grain vegetable egg roll, fresh shredded carrot and raisin salad, fruit choice, milk choice. All menus in our cafeteria are served fresh, steamed, roasted, or baked, and low in saturated fat. That's a good thing.
Stay tuned at the end of the show for the Pledge of Allegiance. Throughout the school year, we will host guests from different classes to recite the Pledge live each morning. This morning, we have two students from Dr. Richard's class.
We have a new word of the day today. Each day we'll add an interesting word to your vocabulary. Try to use the word in a conversation throughout the day. If you are overheard using the word correctly by a teacher, it can mean some additional dozo points for you.
Today's words of the day is abhor. The word abhor is an adjective and means inspiring, disgust, and loathing, repugnant. Used in a sentence, she said that the racial discrimination was abhorrent to us all. Synonyms: distasteful, disgusted, hateful, hated, loathsome, loathed.
Yesterday we introduced a door contest for the lower grades.
That's right, but a lot of people don't know what Dia de los Muertos is about.
For once you are correct, Rose. Why don't you help them out by telling everybody what it's all about?
Okay, but you know that is more than one day, right?
No, I didn't know that. How many days is it?
Well, for most people in central and southern Mexico who celebrate Dia de los Muertos, the festival begins on October 31st.
So, kind of like Halloween.
Well, kind of, but not really.
So, it's on the same day as Halloween. Why isn't it the same thing?
So, Halloween originated the European traditions, but Dia de los Muertos comes from a combination of Spanish and accent Native American traditions.
Okay, I get it now. So, it's not Halloween, but it does start on the 31st of October. When does it end?
That really depends on where it began. Where it's being celebrated. Some families will prepare for a week in advance of the festival, others only for a day or two. Most families, however, set their ofrendas on the 31st, hold a celebration on the 1st of November, and begin to take down the ofrendas on the 2nd.
Okay, so it really lasts about 3 days. You mentioned an ofrenda. What's that?
An ofrenda is kind of like an altar. It's where the family places the photos of their dead relatives. Sorry.
Wow, that is different than Halloween.
They also place lighted candles and food that the relatives light when they were alive on the ofrenda.
That's really neat, but why do they put photos on the ofrenda? I said that right, didn't I?
Yes, you did. The photos are to let their ancestors know that they haven't been forgotten and that they are welcome to visit.
Visit? What?
Yes, the people who celebrated Dia de los Muertos believe that their ancestors will come to visit on the Dia de los Muertos. That's why it's called the Day of the Dead.
Oh, it's all beginning to make sense now.
So there are a whole bunch of really important things that need to be done to prepare, like gathering bunches of marigolds, especially orange colored ones, making bread called pan del muerto, and making sugar skulls called calaveras.
Is there anything else that they make that isn't food?
Sure, paper cutouts with intricate designs and very popular as colorful masks, also called calaveras. One other thing is the life pyramid.
Life pyramid? That sounds interesting.
It is. It is made from 5 different colored blocks, each one smaller than the one below it.
So like the pyramid, the Maya and Aztec natives of Central and South built. South America built.
You're surprisingly correct, Linda.
What's the purpose of the colors?
The bottom block is colored yellow to signify life. Next is red block that represents blood. After that is a green block that signifies the setting in period or the family time. Above that it is the blue block which represents the sky, and finally on top is white block that represents the dead.
So it goes from being born to becoming an adult, having a family, then dying.
Wow, I'm surprised I'm really surprised that you got all of that from a few colors.
I really like this holiday. It seemed really nice to remember your relatives and who have died like this.
Me too.
So the lower grades can decorate their doors like an ofrenda, or make a life pyramid, or cover it with marigold.
Those are all great ideas.
They could also make decorative lace paper cutouts or colorful calaveras and put them on the doors.
The calaveras are also worn as masks by younger kids.
All this sounds like it will make awesome for the door downstairs.
I agree. How about if we move on to the birthdays?
We have 5 birthdays today in the Burns family. Zionelli Storado from 3rd grade, Luis Montserrat from 3rd grade, Norelis Maldonado, 4th grade, Samuel Pineda from 8th grade, Anthony Tacuatzin Vargas from 1st grade. Wish them all a happy birthday when you see them today.
Awesome, a whole bunch of names for you to read. I love it.
We should probably stop talking and let Octavian get started with the sports.
I guess you're right. Hey Octavian, what's happening in the sports world?
Good morning, sports fans. I'm officially known as Not Sure. If you don't know the reference, ask Dr. M. And here are the scores from last night. Last night, the Red Sox played again down in Houston and took the American League Championship Series 4-1. The Sox beat the Astros down in Houston 4-1 to make yet another trip to the World Series. The Dodgers and the Brewers are idle until tonight. In NFL football, the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos squared off last night in Arizona. The Broncos took the lead less than a minute into the game with an interception on the Cardinals' 20-yard line. That was run back for the TD League. Denver continued its rout of the Cardinals scoring 21 points in the first quarter alone. The Broncos continued their domination of the Cardinals defense, running up 35 points by the half and eventually winning 45-10. 9 games were played last night in the NHL. The NJ Devils and the NY Islanders and the Boston Bruins all had games. The Boston Bruins lost a close one up in Edmonton last night 3-2 in overtime. The Devils hosted the Avalanche and gave up 3 goals in the third period to lose 5-3. And the New York Islanders took the Los Angeles Kings and crushed them 7-2 with 4 goals tallied in the final period. Only 3 games were played on the hardwood last night, with no local teams playing. The Bulls lost to the Philadelphia 76ers, 126-108. The Heat walked away with the win in Washington. DC won 113-112. That wraps up the sports. What does today's forecast look like, George?
Good morning, Burns. I'm Jordan here, and good morning, Burns. I'm George. I'm here. I made it, and I'm not wearing a hoodie. And here's today's weather live from the Burns Rooftop Weather Center. Today's October 19th. I thought yesterday was cold. My new hoodie is really cold, but it's not really warm. I think that I'm going to need a warm coat this year. The temperature this morning is a super chilly 38.7 degrees. The feels like temperature is also 38.7 degrees, indicating that those heavy winds from yesterday have gone away. The dew point has dropped to 30.7 degrees this morning, indicating that the atmosphere is really dry. The humidity is slightly higher than this morning, as we could see partly sunny skies all day. Our current humidity level is 73%. The pressure has risen to 30.27 inches. And should stay steady throughout the day as far as weather continues to dominate the area. The winds are calm this morning, holding steady at 0 miles per hour. Occasional gusts at 0 miles per hour is out of the southeast. Today's high should be right around 57 degrees, 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. Tonight's lows will only drop down to about 51 degrees by daybreak Saturday, with a warmer predicted for later Saturday to the low 60s. They'll get used to that warm up though, as Sunday will drop to a chilly 51 for the high and other overnight low Monday morning, flirting with the low 30s. Don't forget a coat on the way to school Monday, as well as some mittens and hat. Today is forecast to be partly sunny day with building clouds in the sky. Winds should remain calm through the day as a front moves through the area. Next week brings us a return to much cooler weather, with highs only around 50s and lows in the high 30s, low 40s each overnight. Recess looks like a good day with partly sunny skies and highs around 57 degrees. It will be chilly and sunny throughout the afternoon. Sunrise this morning was at 7:06 a.m. Sunset this evening will be at 6:04 p.m. Today's weather word is wind chill factor. It's a number that expresses the cooling effect of moving air at different temperatures. Only air temperature and wind speed is used in the calculation of wind chill temperatures. A wind chill temperature of 30 degrees below zero recorded on exposed skin can cause frostbite in a very short period of time. Science, isn't it amazing? That's it for the weather. Back to you guys. Frost is not.
Wrapping up today's broadcast, we would like everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
This morning we have Alina and Jency from Dr. Richardson class joining us for the pledge salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Respect yourself, respect others, and respect the environment.
Make the day a great one, and not the stress is up to you.
Tune in to our next broadcast Thursday at 8:35 a.m.
Burns Latino is out.